guys, my name is Victoria, and today I'm going to be talking to you about all the books that I intend to read during the month of January. There's a lot of readathons and the beginning of some kind of year-long read-alongs that I'm planning and participating in. So let's go ahead and jump right in and talk about what I'll be reading. As a carryover from December, I am trying to finish Starsight by Brandon Sanderson. I tried really hard to finish this before 2019 got out, but I just have a little bit further to go. So I'm excited to finish up this. This is the second book in Brandon Sanderson's Skyward series. This is a YA science fiction novel, and it follows a young lady named Spensa, and Spensa is a cadet pilot in this kind of a little bit of a post-apocalyptic world where pilots are very revered, and the pilots are basically trying to defend against this alien life force that they don't know very much about but has been oppressing humanity for a very, very long time. This is only my second Brandon Sanderson book that I'm ever reading in my life, so I'm really enjoying the trek through Brandon Sanderson's works. I felt like this was a good place to start, very accessible, fast-paced, lots of action, and I'm having a lot of fun. The next book I'll be reading is Anne of Green Gables by L.M. Montgomery. This is the beginning of a 8-month read-along hosted by Tia and the Curly Reader. I'll link the information all down below. But we are reading through the entire series of Anne of Green Gables. I have never read through all of Anne of Green Gables. I have read this first one when I was a kid. I really enjoyed it. It was one of my favorite books as a child. And so I don't remember very much. It was a really long time ago, and I'm excited to get going into this series and then to continue into this series. Another read-along I'll be participating in is going to be The Lord of the Read-along, hosted by Krista from Books and Jams. This will be a reread for me as well. I have read The Lord of the Rings before and The Hobbit before, and I'm really excited to reread them in a bookish community. And so we'll be starting with The Hobbit. I will be reading The Hobbit this January. And again, don't remember a lot. It's been a few years. I don't retain stories for very long. I wish I didn't. I wish I had a really good memory for books. But honestly, most of the details leave me after a few years. So excited about reading The Hobbit, getting back into this world. I think this is one of my favorite series of all time, but a reread will definitely be able to tell me if that's true or not. Next up, I will also be participating in the Get Shit Done Readathon, which is a perfect title for this readathon. It's hosted by Jashana and Beautifully Bookish Bethany and a few other people that I can't remember right now, but I'll link down all that information down below if you would like to participate. It is a month-long readathon happening from the 1st of January to the 31st of January. And the whole purpose of the readathon is to check off some to-do lists for yourself, for your reading life. And there's a few different challenges that I thought were just perfect for what I want to accomplish this year. In the year 2020, I really would like to get through a lot of my backlisted books, and I have some books that I just have had for many, many years, and this was a perfect readathon to participate in because it will inspire me to get through those books that I've been hanging on to for a very, 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 very long time. There's a series of, I think, 7 or 8 challenges, and I will be really focusing on 4 of those challenges. The first challenge I'll be focusing on is to read a book that has been on your TBR for the longest amount of time. And I'm not sure exactly which one book has been my longest owned book, but there's definitely a couple that I know I've had forever and ever. And I want to say the book that I've had for the longest is Catch-22 by Joseph Heller. I believe I bought this book in high school, and it was for a summer reading project that I had to do, but I think I actually ended up picking a different book. I had a choice of this book and maybe like a few others, and I think I ended up going with another book, which is why I never read this. And then it just sat on my shelf ever since high school. So that would make this book just about over 10 years old on my shelf. That's insane. So I need to read this book. Perfect time to do it for this readathon. Honestly, I don't know a lot about this book. I know it's about World War II, and I know what a Catch-22 is. just in pop culture, but I don't know much of this story at all. So I'm going into it very blindly. It is a modern classic, which also it will fulfill another challenge for the readathon, which is to read a classic. So this is also fulfilling that challenge, so hooray. Another challenge is to read a book that was a gift. And this is kind of hilarious because it's a gift from someone that I don't even know anymore. I don't even talk to anymore. That's how old this is. It's actually a gift from an ex-boyfriend from college. So obviously I've owned this for a really long time. That is Bossy Pants by Tina Fey. I actually might try to find a audiobook version of this if possible, because I think that would be really fun. But I can't believe how long I've had this. It was a gift from an ex-boyfriend, so that's exciting. I think this is a bit of a memoir, and hopefully it talks about her career and her adventures, and I'm sure it's very funny because Tina Fey is hilarious. And so I'm really looking forward to finally getting to this book. And then the other challenge in the readathon that I will be finishing is to start or end a series. So obviously I'm starting 2 series, starting Anne of Green Gables and also starting The Hobbit. So that is very easily fulfilled. However, there's one more book that I'm trying to get to. It was a crossover from 2019. I really wanted to read this in 2019. Didn't get to it. Will I even read it this month? I don't know. Maybe it will just forever be on my TBR. That is Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. This has been on so many of my TBRs. If I could get to this for this Get Shit Done readathon, it would be so appropriate. And I guess this is also the start of a series, so there you go. Another challenge fulfilled. I must get to this book. I must. This is a YA African-inspired fantasy novel that I've heard a lot of mixed things about. It was really hyped for a while, and I bought it in the midst of the hype and then never got to it. And so since then I've seen some kind of mixed reviews, so I'll be really curious to see what I think about this book and if it is worth continuing on in the series. Those are all the books that I hope to get to in January. It's a bit of an ambitious TBR, but hey, we gotta get shit done. We're gonna try our very best. Let me know down below how you are kicking off your 2020 reading year, and I would love to know if you've read any of the books that I plan to read, and maybe you can give me some pointers on which one to start with. Keep reading great books, and I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.